Welcome back to Mindset Matters. This is Mayuresh Srivastav, and you're listening to part 2 of our series on cheap dopamine. In part 1, that is the last episode, we uncovered how cheap dopamine traps us in a cycle of instant gratification and even rewires our brain through gambling, binge watching, porn, and overeating. Today, we are shifting gears to talk about how to break free from that cycle and how to set free ourselves. Let's jump right into it without any delay. Now that we understand the problem, let's discuss some practical tools and strategies for overcoming the layer of cheap dopamine. Whether you are a digital native tech savvy or part of an older generation, these approaches can help you reclaim control over your brain's reward system. Number one, and the most important one of the most effective tools is mindfulness. And no, I don't mean you have to sit cross legged in silence for an hour. Though, if that works for you, great. But mindfulness is so much more than just meditation. To me, mindfulness is just about being fully present, being aware of what's happening around you, instead of getting lost in your own thoughts, in your own world. Let me ask you, when was the last time you truly noticed your surroundings? Think about it. Suppose if you're walking in a garden, are you really looking at the flowers, the leaves, the way the breeze moves through the trees? Or are you lost in your own head, overthinking, planning, worrying? Most of us are stuck in our own world while completely ignoring the beauty around us. Our minds are either replaying the past or fast forwarding to the future. We always think about the past or we are either planning the future, right? And we miss what's happening right now, right here in that particular moment. We all do that. To start with, we need to put some extra effort to train our brain to observe everything around us. When we start doing that, we forget our worries and start being more present to the now, the present moment. And slowly we train our brain to do what we truly want to do by being more mindful in all aspects of our life. And here's the thing, mindfulness trains your brain to be aware of your impulses too. It helps you catch yourself in those moments when you're about to reach for another episode, another snack, another mindless scroll. Instead of reacting on autopilot mode, you learn to pause and you start responding in a more balanced way. If you start approaching from a more balanced approach, you start asking yourself, do I really need this right now? Or am I just chasing a quick high? And yes, regular meditation helps with this. Even 5 minutes a day of simply observing your thoughts without judgment can be a game changer for anyone. It helps you recognize what triggers your craving for cheap dopamine. And once you are aware about your triggers, you can start making better choices by catching your triggers at that particular moment itself and then responding it in a more balanced way. So here's a little challenge for all of you. Next time you go for a walk, try noticing everything around you, the colors, the sounds, the tiniest details. Try bringing your focus to the present moment. It might feel small, but trust me, it's a step toward rewarding your brain for something deeper and more fulfilling. Second one is dopamine fasting. Consider implementing a dopamine fast. This doesn't mean you need to abstain from all pleasure, but rather take intentional breaks from activities that give you those quick hits. Start small, maybe a day without binge watching, or a few hours away from digital devices, and gradually start building up. Dopamine fasting is like hitting the reset button for your brain. It helps lower your dependency on instant gratification so you can start appreciating the deeper, more fulfilling joys of life, the ones that don't come from a screen or a quick fix. Dopamine fasting helps in lowering the dependency on real world and start connecting you more to the real world. And trust me, the real world is actually more fulfilling than the real world. Third step is set clear goals and rewards. You can start rewiring your brain by setting clear, meaningful goals that require sustained effort. For example, if you're trying to get fit, plan a weekly workout schedule and start rewarding yourself with something truly special after achieving a milestone, which you truly enjoy the most in real life, like a massage or a day out in the nature. These longer term rewards can eventually become as satisfying as the cheap dopamine hits, but they build lasting benefits. They don't just give you a momentary high, they build real, lasting benefits that actually improve your life. And it's not just about the dopamine highs. You also begin to experience the real world. You also begin to experience the real, lasting benefits of your rewards. Like how a massage genuinely benefits your body, how a walk in nature can improve your eyesight, reduce your stress and anxiety level. These are the added supplemental benefits that come with choosing healthier form of reward. So you just need to set your clear goals and reward. What are the goals which you are setting for yourself? And suppose if you achieve that particular milestone, what are the reward which you will be getting? And choose the reward in a more meaningful and in a more fulfilling way instead of sitting idle and scrolling on your phone. Number 4 is replace habit loops. This one is really very important if you want to get rid of the cheap dopamine cycle. One of the most powerful steps you can take is to identify the triggers that pull you into the cheap dopamine activities and swap them with healthier alternatives. I spoke about identifying the triggers and I also spoke about choosing the healthier alternatives. So you just need to focus on these two things. This may sound very simple, right? But here's the catch. You need to be truly aware of your habits. For example, instead of reaching out for junk food when you're stressed, what if you went for a quick walk or did a few minutes of stretching or even just paused for some deep breathing? These small shifts, repeated over time, they can break your existing patterns. It can rewire your brain and create new positive habit loops. So, when you are stressed, instead of reaching out to the junk food, you try to replace it with something more meaningful, something more fulfilling for you. Like you can walk away from your desk or from your place and go into the nature. Observe something which is happening around you. Look everything which is happening around you and take a deep breath so that you detach yourself from existing pattern of yours and then create the new one. And then probably you'll be able to come back to your desk in a more energized, in a more energetic way. Instead of reaching out to your phone for the dopamine highs, you try to get a nature walk and then energize yourself instead of getting highs from the reels. One thing is very important is to break the existing patterns. We all have some patterns which we don't observe. These patterns are the subconscious one. How we are speaking, how we are sitting, what we are doing. All these are patterns in our life. So we need to identify the patterns which we have and then we have to break that pattern and create the new one. And this is where mindfulness comes into the picture. Remember what I said earlier? Being aware of your surroundings and your own impulses makes this process easier. Let me share a quick personal experience. When I started using social media for my business, I found myself getting sucked into reels way more than I had planned. At first, it felt harmless, but then I realized I was losing valuable time and I started getting more anxious and impatient. That was my trigger moment. I realized that trigger. That day, I made a conscious decision to set boundaries. Now, whenever I feel the urge to pick up my phone to check the scroll, I take a deep breath and ask myself, what's more important right now? Scrolling or working on my module? The choice is always ours. We just need to take control of it. So, whenever you get an urge to do something, you ask yourself what is more important to you, the work which you are doing or the activity which you want to do out of urge. So, the choice is completely yours. What exactly you want to do and how you want to do. We just need to take control of it, nothing else. And mindfulness is the masterpiece, is the foundation for all of us to achieve that control. Fifth one is accountability and social support. Trust me, no one can truly thrive or succeed alone. We all need connections, we all need support and relationships to grow. Whether it's joining a community group, finding a buddy with similar goals, or even sharing your journey on social media. Accountability can be a powerful motivator. When you talk about your struggles and victories with others, you are more likely to stay committed to your long-term objectives. I covered about the accountability partner in depth in my previous episode on consistency. So if you want to understand more about the accountability partners, I would highly recommend you to go back and listen to my podcast on consistency. Sixth one is educate yourself. Knowledge is power. Spend time learning about how your brain works and why it craves these cheap dopamine hits. When you understand the science behind these behaviors, it becomes much easier to make conscious choices. Podcasts like this, books, and reputable online resources can provide insights and help you build strategies which are completely aligned to your lifestyle. So, first, you need to educate yourself to understand how everything works around you. And when you are aware about those things, it becomes much easier for you to take those choices, to choose the option which is more aligned to your lifestyle. Seventh one is embrace slow hobbies. Finally, invest time in hobbies that requires patience and effort. Things like gardening, painting, or even playing a musical instrument. These activities engage your brain in a more deeper way, giving you a real sense of accomplishment, something far more satisfying than the quick dopamine hits. And let me share something personal with you. I recently started learning how to swim. Yes, you heard that right. I didn't know how to swim. And for the longest time, I had this limiting belief that I lose control in water and I just can't swim. But then I thought, why not challenge this? Why not overcome this limiting belief of mine? Why not push myself beyond this belief? So I took the plunge. Literally, I took the plunge. And you know what? The process of learning, of overcoming that fear, has been incredibly fulfilling and satisfying. I can't even put into words the feeling you get when you finally do something you once believed you couldn't. What I'm trying to say here, keep engaging yourself, keep challenging yourself, whether it's something big or small. What really matters is that you enjoy the process. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate all resources of pleasures. Life is meant to be enjoyed, but the key is to create a balance, one that prioritizes long term satisfaction over quick instant highs. Alright, let's take a moment to reflect because this is important. What we talked about today, it's not just theory, it's not just an interesting concept, it's real. It's happening to all of us in one way or another. Whether it's mindless scrolling, binge watching, impulsive trading in the stock market, or even reaching for that sugary snack when we are stressed. We are all wired for the instant gratification. But here's the thing, we don't have to stay trapped in that cycle. We can break the pattern, we can break free ourselves from that cycle and start living the life we truly want. And we start engaging ourselves in a more deeper way by engaging ourselves in a more deeper conversation, in a more deep work. So the first step is we need to recognize the pull of cheap dopamine. That's the first step. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it, right? Once you realize, wait a minute, am I chasing these quick hits of pleasure instead of investing in things that actually fulfill me? You already started breaking free from that cycle. That is the first step. You need to be aware about your triggers. You need to be aware about your patterns. Think about it. What do you truly want? A life full of small, fleeting highs? Or a life that's deeply satisfying, rich with experiences and filled with real achievements? And let me re emphasize that real life experiences are more fulfilling than the real world experiences. The real world is someone else's world. This is your life, you need to live it fully. So, you need to connect yourself to the real world, not to the real world. I want you to challenge yourself. Seriously, ask yourself, where in my life am I settling for cheap dopamine? Is it binge watching? Is it endless scrolling? Is it overeating? Is it chasing quick wins in the stock market instead of learning the craft of real investing? See, it's not about eliminating all pleasures. Not at all. I'm just talking about that. Life is meant to be enjoyed. But the question is, are we choosing pleasures that nourish us or ones that drain us? And here's the best part, your brain is on your side. That's right. Your brain wants to change. I spoke in depth about the neuroplasticity, the ability of your brain to rewire itself. It's an incredible gift to the human being. If you start making small, intentional changes today, your brain will adapt. It will learn, and over time, those longer term meaningful rewards, creating something, investing in deep relationships, they will start to feel just as satisfying as those cheap dopamine hits. Maybe even more, you don't know. You just need to experience that. But you have to take that first step. So here is what I want you to do. Start small. Pick one thing, just one. Maybe it's setting a timer when you watch a show. Maybe it's resisting the urge to check your phone first thing in the morning. Maybe it's choosing a healthier snack when you're stressed. One small change, just one, and then watch how it builds. And always remember, your mindset truly matters to you. The way you train your brain, the habits you form, the choices you make, they define the quality of your life. So, if this episode made you think, even for a second, and if you had that moment where you actually thought, yeah, that's me, I do that, share this message. Post it on your Instagram story, put it on your WhatsApp status. Let's help more people wake up to this reality. Let's help them take back control because awareness is power. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Mindset Matters. Share this episode with someone who needs to hear it and leave a review to me. It really helps get this message out there. Alright, my friends, until next time, take care of your brain, take care of yourself. This is Mayuresh Srivastava signing off. Stay curious, stay mindful, and remember the most rewarding life is one that's built, not bought in a moments of rush. Thank you.